What if I told you that forgetting where you put your keys doesn't have to lead to forgetting your grandchildren's names? The truth is, while many people over 70 fear Alzheimer's disease more than anything else, recent research shows there are 4 simple, everyday habits that can dramatically reduce your risk of developing this condition. But here's what might surprise you most. You don't need expensive treatments, complicated medical procedures, or perfect health to start protecting your brain today. In fact, some of the most powerful tools for preventing Alzheimer's are probably sitting right in your kitchen, or can be found in your own neighborhood. Hello, and welcome to this important conversation about brain health. Alzheimer's disease is a condition that gradually affects memory, thinking, and behavior. It's the most common form of dementia, and it can feel frightening to think about. But here's what I want you to know right from the start. While we don't yet have a cure for Alzheimer's, we have learned so much about how to reduce our risk of developing it. Think of your brain like a garden. Just as a well-tended garden stays healthier and more vibrant longer, a well-cared-for brain can stay sharper and more resilient as we age. The 4 habits we'll discuss today are like daily gardening practices for your mind. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which daily habits can improve your memory, protect your brain, and help you maintain your independence and joy as you age. More importantly, you'll understand that it's never too late to start taking care of your brain health. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your brain still has an amazing ability to grow and heal. So let's begin this journey together with hope and practical wisdom. Habit number 1. Move your body every day. The first habit that can dramatically reduce your risk of Alzheimer's is something you've been doing since you were a baby, moving your body. But I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. When you move your body, something wonderful happens in your brain. Your heart pumps more blood to your brain, delivering fresh oxygen and nutrients. This helps your brain cells stay healthy and even helps grow new connections between brain cells. Think of it like watering and fertilizing that garden we talked about. Research shows that people who stay physically active have up to a 50% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. That's remarkable. But what kind of movement am I talking about? Walking is perhaps the most perfect exercise for brain health. A gentle 20 to 30-minute walk around your neighborhood, in a park, or even around a shopping mall can work wonders. If the weather isn't cooperating, walking in place while watching your favorite television show counts too. Swimming is another beautiful option if you have access to a pool. The water supports your joints while you move, making it comfortable and refreshing. And here's one of my favorite recommendations: pickleball. If you haven't heard of this sport, it's like a gentler version of tennis, played on a smaller court with a paddle and a plastic ball. It's become incredibly popular among adults over 60 because it's easier on the knees and back than tennis, but still provides wonderful exercise. The social aspect of pickleball is an added bonus, which leads us to benefits beyond just physical movement. Dancing is another joyful way to move. Whether it's ballroom dancing at a community center, line dancing, or simply dancing to your favorite music in your living room, you're giving your brain a double gift: physical movement and the joy of music. Gardening, housework, and playing with grandchildren all count as beneficial movement too. The key is consistency, not intensity. Remember, if you haven't been active in a while, start slowly. Even 5 minutes of gentle movement is better than none. Your body and brain will thank you, and you can gradually increase as you feel stronger and more comfortable. The beautiful truth is that your body was designed to move, and it's never too late to reconnect with that natural ability. Habit number 2. Nourish your brain with the right foods. The second habit that can protect your brain is choosing foods that love your brain back. Your brain uses about 20% of all the energy your body produces. The best brain foods aren't exotic or expensive. They're often simple, whole foods that humans have been eating for thousands of years. Let's start with colorful fruits and vegetables. The deep colors in blueberries, spinach, carrots, and tomatoes come from natural compounds that protect your brain cells from damage. Think of these colorful foods as a shield for your brain. Blueberries in particular have been called brain berries because they're so good at improving memory. Leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, and even romaine lettuce are like vitamins for your brain. They contain folate and other nutrients that keep your mind sharp. If you're not used to eating greens, try adding a handful of spinach to a fruit smoothie. Our brain loves healthy fats, like omega-3, which you can get from ground flax seeds and raw walnuts. Just a small handful of raw walnuts or a spoonful of freshly ground flax seeds each day can help support memory and brain health. Beans and lentils provide steady energy for your brain. Unlike sugary snacks that give you a quick burst, followed by a crash, beans provide gentle, long-lasting fuel that keeps your thinking clear and steady throughout the day. Here's what's particularly encouraging. You don't need to completely change your diet overnight. Small changes make a big difference. Try adding berries to your breakfast cereal, choosing a colorful salad with lunch, or having a small portion of fish twice a week. On the other hand, there are some foods that don't do your brain any favors. Highly processed foods, excessive sugar, and too much saturated fat can actually increase inflammation in your brain. But this doesn't mean you can never enjoy a piece of cake or your favorite comfort food. It's about balance and making brain-healthy choices most of the time. One simple way to think about brain-healthy eating is this. If it grew from the ground or lived in nature, it's probably good for your brain. If it comes in a package with ingredients you can't pronounce, it's probably best enjoyed occasionally rather than daily. The wonderful thing about eating for brain health is that these same foods also protect your heart, help maintain a healthy weight, and give you more energy. Habit number 3. Keep learning and challenging your mind. The third habit for protecting your brain might be the most enjoyable of all. Never stop learning. Your brain, unlike other parts of your body, actually gets stronger the more you use it. This is called cognitive reserve, and it's like building up a savings account for your mind. When you learn new things, your brain creates new pathways and connections. These extra connections act like backup roads in your mind. Even if Alzheimer's affects some areas of your brain, having more pathways means your thoughts can find alternate routes. The good news is that learning doesn't have to mean going back to school or studying complicated subjects. Any activity that makes you think, remember, or solve problems counts as brain exercise. Reading is one of the most powerful activities for your brain. Whether you prefer novels, biographies, newspapers, or magazines, reading exercises multiple areas of your brain at once. You're processing language, remembering characters or facts, and often imagining scenes or situations. If your eyes get tired easily, audiobooks provide many of the same benefits. Puzzles are another wonderful way to challenge your mind. Crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, Sudoku, or even simple word games on your phone all count as brain exercise. The key is choosing puzzles that are challenging enough to make you think, but not so difficult that they become frustrating. Learning a new skill is particularly powerful for brain health. This could be learning to play a musical instrument, trying a new craft like knitting or woodworking, learning to use a computer or smartphone, or even learning a few words in a foreign language. When you learn something completely new, you're asking your brain to form entirely new networks. Playing card games or board games with friends combines mental challenge with social interaction, giving you a double benefit. Games like bridge, Scrabble, or even simple card games require strategy, memory, and quick thinking. Teaching others is another excellent way to keep your mind sharp. Whether you're helping a grandchild with homework, sharing your cooking knowledge with a neighbor, or volunteering to teach a skill you've mastered over the years, teaching requires you to organize information in your mind and present it clearly. The important thing is to choose activities you enjoy. If you've always loved music, consider learning to play an instrument. If you've always been good with your hands, try a craft. If you love stories, join a book club or try writing your own stories or memories. Here's something particularly encouraging. Research shows that people who stay mentally active throughout their lives have a much lower risk of developing Alzheimer's, even if they have genetic risk factors. Your daily choices about how you use your mind can be more powerful than your genetics. Don't worry if you feel like you're not as quick as you used to be. The goal isn't to be the smartest person in the room. The goal is simply to keep your brain active and engaged. Every puzzle you solve, every book you read, every new thing you learn is an investment in your future mental clarity. Habit number 4, stay connected with others. The fourth and perhaps most important habit for preventing Alzheimer's is staying connected with other people. Humans are social creatures, and our brains are designed to interact with others. When we isolate ourselves, our brains actually begin to decline more quickly. Research shows that people who maintain strong social connections have up to a 50% lower risk of developing dementia. This is because social interaction exercises your brain in complex ways. When you have a conversation, you're listening, processing information, remembering details about the other person, finding the right words to express your thoughts, and reading social cues. It's like a complete workout for your mind. But staying connected doesn't mean you need to be surrounded by people all the time. Quality matters more than quantity. Having even 1 or 2 people you can talk to regularly, share experiences with, and rely on makes a significant difference for your brain health. Family relationships are often our strongest connections. Regular phone calls with children or grandchildren, sharing meals together, or participating in family activities all provide brain-boosting social interaction. If family members live far away, video calls can be almost as beneficial as being together in person. Friendships are equally important. Old friends who share your history and new friends who bring fresh perspectives both contribute to brain health. If you've lost touch with old friends, consider reaching out. Many people would be delighted to reconnect. If you're looking to make new friends, consider your interests. Do you enjoy gardening? Look for a gardening club. Do you like to read? Join a book club. Do you enjoy helping others? Volunteer for a cause you care about. Community involvement provides wonderful opportunities for social connection, while also giving you a sense of purpose. This could be volunteering at a local charity, participating in religious or spiritual communities, joining hobby groups, or simply being an active neighbor who knows and cares about the people around you. Physical activities that involve other people provide double benefits. Remember that pickleball we talked about earlier? It's not just great exercise, it's also a social activity. Walking groups, swimming classes, dance lessons, or even bowling leagues combine physical activity with social connection. Here's something important to understand. If you're feeling lonely or isolated, you're not alone in feeling that way. Many people, especially as they get older, struggle with loneliness. The key is taking small steps to connect with others, even when it feels difficult. Start small, smile, and say hello to neighbors. Call one family member or friend each week. Accept invitations even when you don't feel like going out. Join one group or try one new activity. Each small step builds your confidence and expands your social world. If mobility or transportation is a challenge, look for ways to connect from home. Phone calls, video chats, online communities focused on your interests, or even writing letters can help maintain social connections. The beautiful thing about social connections is that when you reach out to others, you're not just helping your own brain health, you're likely brightening someone else's day too. Many other people are also looking for connection and friendship. Remember, it's never too late to make new friends or strengthen existing relationships. Your brain benefits from social connection at any age, and the relationships you build now can enrich your life in countless ways beyond just preventing Alzheimer's. Let's take a moment to review these 4 simple but powerful habits that can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's disease after 70. First, move your body every day. This doesn't mean intense exercise. It means gentle, regular movement that you enjoy. Whether that's walking, swimming, dancing, gardening, or playing pickleball, your brain thrives when your body moves. Second, nourish your brain with colorful fruits and vegetables, fish rich in healthy fats, beans and whole grains, and plenty of water. Think of food as medicine for your brain, and choose foods that occur naturally rather than processed options. Third, keep learning and challenging your mind. Read, solve puzzles, learn new skills, play games, or teach others. Every time you think, remember, or solve problems, you're building cognitive reserve that protects your brain. Fourth, stay connected with others. Maintain relationships with family and friends. Join community groups, volunteer, or participate in social activities. Your brain needs social connection to stay healthy and sharp. Here's what I want you to remember most. You don't need to be perfect at all for habits immediately. Choose one that appeals to you most and start there. Maybe it's taking a daily walk around your neighborhood. Maybe it's calling a friend or family member once a week. Maybe it's doing a crossword puzzle with your morning coffee. Small, consistent changes create remarkable results over time. Clinical studies show that people who consistently practice these 4 habits can reduce their risk of Alzheimer's by up to 60%. That's more effective than any medication currently available for preventing this disease. Most importantly, remember that aging doesn't have to mean losing your memory, your independence, or your joy. While we can't control everything about getting older, we can control these daily choices that protect our brain health. You have more power over your future than you might realize. Every day you choose to move your body, eat brain-healthy foods, learn something new, or connect with another person. You're investing in a future where you can continue to be yourself. Remember the people and experiences you love, and enjoy life to the fullest. If you found this information helpful, please share this video with someone you care about. The people in your life who are also concerned about brain health will thank you for thinking of them. And here's my question for you. Which of these 4 habits are you already practicing? Or which one will you start with after watching this video? Your journey to better brain health can begin today, and I'd love to know which step you're planning to take first. Thank you for spending this time together learning about brain health. Remember, it's never too late to start taking care of your mind, and small changes can make a big difference in your future. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.